I've had men come up to me and they say, Angel. And I was like, no, angel, sweetheart, but I'm not a demon either. So, angels basically were force fed by, the one proclaiming to be their God to serve men. And I'm like, what a bunch of bullshit that is. And now that there's a great awakening and, basically Eve is taking on roles of males, there's a big shift in how things are done, relationships changing, gender confusion, things are kind of in the toss up. That's what the apocalypse is all about. Is like, the spirits are all up in an uproar. And it is so important to have self-love, love for yourself, and not give your heart, your mind, your body, your spirit, and or your soul to another person that isn't going to match you 100%. If you keep giving yourself away, then you will become empty. And most people, when they're empty, they don't fill it up with positive, they fill it up with darkness. And that's where suicide, depression, all that anxiety starts sinking in. And I understand that because, the roles I played in this world as, mom, wife, girlfriend, mistress, I played them all, none of them satisfied me. And they all took from me. They all drained me of heart, mind, body, and spirit. They gave me no soul growth. I got no soul from them. And it's so important to love yourself and seek what brings you joy to your heart. You know, being a servant and praising and worshiping is not going to bring joy to your heart. They can preach a religion to you, and, most of the time it was men, but now women are getting into it. And they can preach a religion to you, but they're only preaching that to tickle your ear, to get something out of you, like either your time, your attention, your money. It's not for love. There's no love involved in it. It's the same as, you know, going on a career or, working somewhere. They'll sit there and feed you a bunch of bullshit and give you titles and stupid gifts, but they never give you your worth. You're always a slave to the system and you're always stressed the fuck out, and that keeps you going back and going back and going back and going back. You're like, I need that money. I need to work because, I gotta pay my bills. I gotta pay for my kids. I gotta pay for my partner, and I have never ever run into somebody that was fully satisfied with their life. I have ran into some posers and they'll lie for a little bit until the truth starts coming out, because you can't lie to the heart of Christ. I have so many confess shit to me, and I'm like, and when it first started happening, I was like, why are they doing this? And then because I don't know, I have something that makes people want to tell me shit, confess. And I'm like, I'm not, I'm not afraid or anything, but, when it first started happening, I considered it really creepy. Now I'm just like, I look at them, I talk to them in love, and most of the time I tell them to shut the fuck up because I don't want to hear it, but I do give them wisdom and clarity. Um, but most of the time I don't let people dump on me anymore about what's, basically what they want to vomit out in confession. I was like, you don't got to confess to me. You don't got to dump on me this shit's going on. Let me just help you out here. And, we'll get through this. Well, you will, once I explain to you what the hell is your problem, in truth, slice through the shit. Because I'm not after their fucking money or anything, I'm not after anything from them. So I just take out my spiritual sword, I slash through there and, take care of the issue. And you got so many idiots that are sneaking around, online, being adulterous, and they think that's okay because they're not physically going and screwing someone. Look, when you're adulterous, it's art. You It's in your mind, it's in your heart. If you're thinking it, you're doing it. If your heart's seeking it, if you're wondering whether to do that online dating profile, then you're doing it. If you're watching movies and lusting after someone else, you're an adulteress in mind and heart, and you're seeking that. And couples can be adulterous together, and they can go, oh, even if they have an open communication about, yeah, that person looks good or whatever, that's adultery. They're just, they're doing it together, but they're still adulterous because it's not love. And basically, it's them having a kind of like a spiritual three-way with demons, because those that are in this world, promoting sex or money or whatever, are adulterous. That's what they open themselves up to that, trying to steal your energy too. They want you to desire them. Um, they do. They want you to desire them because they feed off your energy. Um, and if you know how to connect with another in love, it's different because they can't take from you. So it's better to stay single without vowing to another, so that way when you spiritually connect with someone, you're not committing adultery. Because when you commit adultery, it drains you, it drains your energy. When you have no love in your heart and you lust after someone, it's adultery and you're being drained. But when you connect with the spirit on a spiritual realm and it's love, you come together and it's great. It is great. However, it has to be wanted, and I've connected with quite a few on a spiritual level. They'll come to me spiritually, and eventually I tell them to go on because I find out that they're in adultery and they're with somebody else, and I'm like, no, 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 you can't. You can't do that. If you're promised to somebody, or you're, then I don't want that, because I'm not going to be a part of somebody else's affair. And I believe, when two become one. When you're one with someone, you're supposed to be one with them all the way. If you have a relationship and you're not with them, mind, body, heart, spirit, then why are you with them? And that's even with my spiritual connection. After a while, I cut it if it's not going to be a physical too. If they're not going to be for me in all ways, then I cut that line. So, and it's becoming more and more where I realize, the truth of this world, and how, I unravel myself from it and pull back from it. Of course, I explore it because I want love. I'm seeking love. However, if it's not love, then I pull myself back from it. I've been smelling like crap, like shit or whatever. I'll have certain spirits that'll visit me, and there's one that smells awful. They need to go on. Like last night, I had a spirit visit me when I'm trying to, transition, and I could smell the cigarette smoke. Cannot stand the smell of cigarette smoke. And I knew who it was, and I told him, I was like, leave me the fuck alone. And, I don't have, I forgive all, but that doesn't mean the spirits won't come to me, and they'll come visit me. And I'm like, why the hell are you visiting me? I don't even like you. You weren't even good to me in life. So why are you visiting me and, as a ghost? That's basically what it is a ghost, because they have unfinished business, or they think they do. And I'm like, okay, you don't have unfinished business with me. I have forgiveness in my heart for all. So, they shouldn't even come to me, because there's no judgments there. There's no condemnation. If they have unfinished business, that means it's usually in their heart, their mind, their body, their spirit, and there's nothing I can do about that. So, anyways, and that's what I say about ghosts too. I know what ghosts are. I know what spirits are. And this whole world as it is has issues, a lot of issues. Mm. But I feel good. I feel so good. I'm like, I'm in that daydream mode where you're like, la, 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 where you just feel good because you're, have a spiritual connection. And I really, of course, right now I'm vibing pretty good off of it. It would be wonderful to, have a conversation and talk and watch that, see that one in the physical realm. There's a lot that put their images out there, but you don't know if their images are, true or whatever. How it says the universe is, starting to align with me and stuff like that. And I was like, that's great. Because I'm ready for love in all ways. I'm just excited about it. It's like, and it's great because I finally have reached a point where I'm like, I don't give a fuck. What there's people blowing up over there. I don't give a fuck. This is happening. I don't give a fuck. Because you know what? There's nothing I can do about it. And I know that there are demons and they wear different skins in this world, so you don't know. They're always messing with you to draw your energy. So I'm like, you know what? Psh, I don't give a fuck. I'm just happy. Because I'm happy. So anyways, that's what I'm excited about. I'm ready to line up and I'm ready to get going. Because I'm tired of being still. But I'm ready to get going. And, get back in the gym. There's things that I want to do. And I've had a demon hovering over me for so long, and I finally have just released that. And, to the point, you're free from a demon when you finally, you can't stand anything about them. To hear their voice, to smell them, it's liberating when you can't stand them anymore because you get your power back and and you can toss them aside and say, go the fuck on. I give you no permission. I give you no satisfaction. It's just nice that way. And you have a demon and you hooked up with a demon is because they draw your fucking energy. And you can't get them out of your head. You can't, you burn. It's like you burn up inside because you so want to be with that person. But they disrespect you. They take from you. And you can't have that. Anyways, I forgot what I was talking about, but I'm happy right now. That's all I gotta say. And, I'm starting to get my power back. I'm starting to get my energy back. I'm starting to feel my desire come back and I'm feeling flirty and, I'm just kind of, I got my groove back. Because I was angry for the longest time and I got my groove back. That demon was trying to beat me down in submission and, make me feel bad because of this and that. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with this bullshit. I was like, I'm sexy and I know it. It don't matter what I'm going through in life. I'm sexy. I'm beautiful. The flesh does not, it's just a suit I'm wearing. I'm not going to be down on myself because of it. I'm not going to get, and, throughout time, we're in a time period where, women have been just bombarded of what they should be, like superficial looks that aren't even realistic. Like, the hair, the makeup, the clothes, the body, and, that we've just been bombarded to be a fucking Barbie. And I'm like, I am done with trying to appease, be a man pleaser. And, there are men that try to be a woman pleaser. Stop, because it's not love. And I'm like, in this flesh, even if we do our best to keep it up, and we still falter. And believe me, I have over the years killed myself in the gym, trying to keep up appearances and um, trying to look a certain way, and I would just get sick and basically flatline. And I thought that, if I had the attention of men, that the one I loved so much would come be for me. I tried so hard to have a certain body type, and no matter what I did, he was not going to be for me. And I say that to everyone out there. No matter, it doesn't matter your job, it doesn't matter what you do, your titles, you can go to the gym, have that rock hard body, they're not gonna love you. It's all in vain. Now, if you want, I want to go to the gym now because I want to get my body back in shape and feel good about myself. But I realize, I finally have healed to the point where, I'm not worried about what others think, especially him. I don't care, and I'm happy that he's out of my life. And, for the longest time, I went through, and it's been years, like it took me years. And it wasn't like a Ben and Jerry's ice cream pint or whatever it's called, and, some breakup movie. It took me, I think, 7 or 8 years to get over that. Like, it was hard. And no matter if I went out on dates, no matter if I was intimate with other people, it just, I just felt sick, and I tried having relationships because in this world it is hard to be on your own. And I finally gave it all up, and that's why I lived out of my van, because for one, I couldn't afford monetarily to have a place, and two, I couldn't afford it mentally, spiritually, emotionally, to be with another person, because I tried having a relationship with other people, and even or even being roommates. There's a lot of fucking perverted people out there, and I couldn't do it. Like I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't give myself to another. I couldn't be in bed with another. I couldn't, even, casual sex is not something I do. I just can't do it. If I don't, have that connection to that person, I can't do casual sex. Like, I've tried doing one night stands, and I've tried, different things to put myself out there, or, satisfy an itch. And I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It wasn't for me. And that's why, the person that I fell in love with, he broke my heart because he was a demon, and he fed off other people's energy. So he enjoyed having sex with different people. He enjoyed the different relationships. And he enjoyed watching me suffer and be hysterical over this. Like, he enjoyed my fucking suffering. And I can't believe that. Like, they're demons. If they enjoy your suffering, if they can watch you cry and watch you suffer, and you can explain to them what the hell's going on, and, I was sick about it too. Like, he stressed me and gave me so much fucking anxiety. I was hospitalized, and I almost fucking died from that shit. I did. And you know what? When I was in the hospital fucking dying, you know what he was out doing? He was in bed with somebody else. And he knew, because I was sitting there trying to text him. And he didn't give $2 about me. I have been through some shit, so I know the truth about what others have been through. When you're in a hospital and you're fucking dying, and that person you love the most won't even give you the fucking time of day, when your own family won't give you the fucking time of day, that's why when it came to people in my life that had so-called titles of family, friends, and whatever, I literally, it broke my heart to do so, but I started slamming those fucking doors shut and putting up bricks, barriers, walls, and I didn't look back. Yeah, it hurt, but I got past all that shit. I got past it. And with my demon that I had, he thought he could just fucking throw money at me here and you know, and act like I wasn't worth it. He might have paid some rent and paid some bills, but he treated me like I was worthless. He did. He treated me like I was worthless. Because every time I turned around, he was fucking somebody else. I was worthless to him. He didn't care. He would stay out all night just to hurt me, just to prove a point. Like one Christmas, he literally he's like, well, since you acted up, I didn't get you that because I wanted a it was like a one of the DSL XI or something. It was like it was like out a year. And he's like, he said, since you acted up, I didn't get you that. And I was hurt because he was running off to his other relationships. And, I was just to the point where I didn't fucking care. And I forgive him. Like, literally, I hope he has a good life. And, of course, I know what he was involved in. He'll just keep on going downhill. But I hope that, I don't wish a bad life for him. I ain't going to pray for him. I ain't going to wish for him. But, I say I have no ill wishes towards him or own no ill will. But I don't pray for people either because that gives him energy. So, nope, don't pray for people. And I suggest y'all don't either. Don't pray for people because that gives them your energy. If you're going to pray for someone, make sure that they're of the heart of Christ and because you give them that energy. And I don't pray for people anymore. And then when others say, let me pray for you, and I'm like, no, that's okay. If I want to talk to their God, then I can. I know who Jesus is. I do. I'm not impressed. I know who the gods are. I'm not impressed. But anyways, that's about it. Kind of rambled on a little bit, but it's just kind of coming out. Things are just starting to come out, and I'm starting to feel better about it. But, that's what I say to y'all out there is don't give others what they don't give to you. I don't care what titles they have in your life. If they're not going to be for you, if they're not going to celebrate you, then don't celebrate them. Don't sing their praises. Don't worship.